Hello, my name is Kim. This is Mod Fashion, and today I have 6 DIYs that I made. They are all backless tops. 2 of them are kind of not really backless, but whatever. I'm counting it as a backless top. I was originally trying to make 8 tops, and it was very ambitious of me. I have put on a wig for some reason. I was hoping it would make me feel better. I feel like I look a little better, but I don't really feel better. Yeah, it's taken me a long time to make this video, simply because I have just been over everything. Life in general. I'm done with everything, okay? I'm ready for it all to end. But here I am, finishing this video. Let's explain the situation that's happening right now. The headband, which is not really a headband. It's just a quarter of a fabric that I got at Joann's, which, God, it was like $5. I thought it was gonna be like $2, and I got 2 of them, so eventually I will turn this into a face mask. Why is it on? Because I did not want to put the work in to trying to lay this wig, so this is what we're at right now. I have a band-aid on my finger because I was hand sewing. My nails are like super chipped, but that's okay. At the start of this video, they were nice. So the state of my nails is the state of me. I followed 2 YouTubers who made backless tops recently. One is Jamina Cruz, and the other one is MyStyleDiaryy. And then I made 2 tutorials of my own. God, these lights are hot. Disclaimer, I hate all of these tops. It's possibly the fabric I use, my mental state right now, or simply just how they turned out. Second disclaimer, I don't think I would wear any of these out. They are backless, so they are very expose of my skin, and that makes me really uncomfortable. I'm not sure what that was.
I'm trying to be more comfortable in front of the camera.
Third disclaimer. God, why is it so hot? Okay, my room does not have a ceiling fan. I have been up since 2 a.m. this morning, and it is currently 8 p.m. I have been over this for 2 weeks, and I'm ready for it to be over. So I'm thinking, going forward, I'm gonna cut back from trying to do a weekly upload. Why, Kim? When you only have 53 subscribers, shouldn't you be trying to grow your channel right now? I've tried and I'm done. Okay, I just need a break. I need to focus on the craft. I have deteriorated so much in this video that I've lost my je ne sais quoi? No. What have I lost? My finesse. Let's try some tops on. I think the first one I did was Jamina Cruz. I believe she is based in the Philippines, and she's a model. So, starting off a little below the belt already. I'm trying to figure out, okay, do I film this like it's a try-on haul, or do I film it like it's a tutorial? These are the 2 tops that I'm gonna make. For this first top, I'm gonna use these 2 fabrics, and then for this top, I'm going to use these 3 fabrics. My top edge, I did 14 inches, and then the bottom edge, I did 16.5. This right here, both for the top and the bottom, is 1/2 inch. So yeah, you come up 1/2 inch, and then I went over 1.5 inches. I'm gonna fold this 1 inch down, so then there will be like 1/2 inch for where the strap will go through. I'm actually gonna leave this. This is about total about 7 inches. This is where we're at right now. So I'm edge stitching all the way around, but I am going to skip over this opening where the strap is gonna go, and I'm just gonna finish the edge. It's a little on the too big side right now. There's a lot of gapping right here. I'm simply just going to add some darts to make it tighter. I don't even know why I'm making this. I'm like never gonna wear it out. I'm gonna try this top on. I'm gonna take this top off, and I'm gonna try not to lose my wig in the process. Did I put a disclaimer in here about how revealing these tops are? Oh, okay. All of these tops were made with rim knit fabric. Here is the first top. It is the most exposed on every part of my body, and I don't care for that. The big problem with these tops is that because I'm tying it in the back, it tends to loosen just a little as soon as I'm ready to like tie it off. What can I say about this top? I like it a little more now that I have this wig on, which is really depressing. Makes it seem like I don't like my natural hair. Here's the back. Okay. Very exposed and has some issues. So now the top is all twisted and I'm not fixing it, even though it's a simple fix. But you won't catch me spending any more time on this. Let me know what you think. Out of a 1 to 10, I'd give it a 6. It really doesn't look that bad anymore. Honestly, I only like it now because I have the wig on. I really hated it so much with my little space buns. You know, I was gonna make 2 of these, but after making this one, I don't want to make another one. But also, in between that and then I have dropped 0.6 pounds. So I'm a little thinner. So I'm a little more confident. Top number 2, also by Jamina Cruz. Okay, I have my pattern and I just made half of it, so I'm gonna cut on fold. So we have the beginnings of the shirt. Took about 6 hours to turn this thing out, but you know, it was worth it. No, it was not. So here we are with number 2. Pros about this top. Lots of coverage. Love it. Love the pattern. It is a fun polka dot. Back is pretty cute too. Has a nice crisscross pattern. Not much to say. I wanted to make 3 versions of this. I wanted to make it in this, 2 different color satins. So I started with white satin and I started with the black satin. I finished the white satin, which you'll see me try on. Does not look as good as this one. Did not finish the black satin. It's so hot. This one I'd actually wear out because it feels like appropriate. I'm sorry, I'm pushing my views on you. My very modest views on you. I feel like this one is appropriate for me. The other one, I don't live in a place where I could comfortably wear that out. If I lived in LA and not Houston, yeah, I'd wear it out. Let's try on the second top. It is very much the same, except like I said, this is all rim knit, so I had issue trying to get one single cut. So I made a center front seam. I had such an awful time with this strap. It gave me such a headache. I turned it inside out, but it frayed so much in the process. So then there were so many spots where it was just open. So then I twisted it and then I just made a stitch down the center so it's all raggedy, which described a lot of this whole process. The headband fell down again and I fixed it, but I'm looking a lot more 70s right now. Here's the second version of that Jamina Cruz top, and it is in this satin, polyester satin. Still, we have the coverage, which is nice, but it's very pressing up against my skin, which is resulting in some round shapes being exposed. I am a woman. This is my body. I like it a lot. Yeah, if you don't have enough fabric to get one nice cut, just make a center front seam. No waste, no want. Zero waste here. I keep all my scraps. I keep all my little tiny little scraps for one day when I make the most mosaic piece of artwork out of fabric. And then 6 years of saving scraps will have paid off. Oh, I can show you the back. My Style Diary is the one that I'm trying on next, and you know, I really hated the gingham fabric in that first top, but you know, then I put this wig on and I felt so much better about myself. So I'm thinking maybe I'll also like this next one because I have this wig on. Say goodbye to natural hair because it's not there. For My Style Diary, she made a top that looked like that, and I'm using these two fabrics. Hey Siri, what's 27 times 5?
It's 135.
This top is curious. It's giving me a weird shape. I simultaneously like it and hate it. This is another one of those tops where I'm having such a hard time getting it tight. I need somebody to yank me in. This is kind of nice because you can like move and not show so much of your, you know, I thought having this wig on and this top would make me like it more. I can't say that it has. It's kind of frumpy, but that's actually also my part. I made this longer than it actually had to be, so it could be a little frillier if I didn't make it so long, but I was hoping for, you know, I had so much exposed around here that I thought if I made it longer here I would feel better, but it kind of makes it look frumpy. Here's the back. These straps are super long. She didn't quite tell you how long you needed to cut your strap at, so I think I made it really long, so it's like, look at all that extra. It's so much. I don't like it. I don't like this one. I don't like this one. It's weird. I hate it. Ugh. Why does it look so weird? I have been debating about whether or not I wanted to actually show the DIY instructions for this next top, because I abhor this next top. It's I hate this one, but I hate that one so much more. Like, you know why this video is also so much longer? is because I hated everything I was making. So I was totally uninspired. So I was like, Kim, why are you still making these tops if you hate them? It's because I was committed to the video. But I have found peace. So I'm cutting out a rectangle that is 21 inches by 46 inches. I was able to get a second layer, but I had to kind of do some Frankenstein patchwork. I'm gonna put right sides together. So I'm gonna stitch all the way around, except when it comes to the edge, I'm gonna leave about ½ an inch spacing open, like 1 inch away from the edge, for the top and the bottom on the left and the right. Once your rectangle is sewn, you can turn it inside out. Okay, and then you're gonna want to close this opening. So you need to cut a strip that's like probably about 50 inches long, and I would say 1 inch wide. I'm not gonna lie, that took me like at least 15 to 20 minutes to figure out how to put this thing on. I was so confused. This is the top that I hate so much. Multiple reasons. I hate this fabric. I have to be very careful because though I measured, and I'm so upset about this, it doesn't cover the sides like I want it to be. I want it to be out here, and it's right here, which is too much. So if I move it to one side, then this, I have had it with this top. So I added a lot of fabric to get this like ruched, gathered effect. And because I did that, where did all that fabric go? But to the back. So there is a thick piece of fabric back here. Like, it could extend very wide. I have one more top to try on, and it was supposed to be my final look. This was supposed to be my Minju Kim lion wedding dress look. And it's not. We need to start with measuring how wide we want the top to be. Maximum is going to be 10 inches. At its minimum around the back, it's gonna be 2 inches. Now we need to measure your actual body. So measure from center front to center back. And for me, that's about 16 inches. Okay, I'm gonna start out by making a rectangle that is the length from center front to center back. Okay, this rectangle is now 11 inches by 17 inches, and that is because there is seam allowance included. Now I'm going to measure from my center front on my body to where my side seam would be. From center front, I am going to mark out, we'll go 9.5. So this is where my side seam would be. And then finally, I'm going to find the middle of this, and then I'll draw a line. So this line right here is where the actual gather is going to take place. At center back, I said mine is going to be 3 inches. So I'm going to take my ruler at 1.5 at the top where this is 0, and then at the bottom where this is 3. This already has seam allowance included, so I'm going to fold this in half. I'm going to add 16 inches to this. And so I split each section in half and then added the additional 8 inches. And now I can cut this out on fold. So I just finished making my sample and I tried it on, and there's only really a couple of concerns. One is the lack of structure in like the top part, so it doesn't really stay up. Second is I need to gather this more. So there was a little bit of an overlap between like the actual part of the shirt and like the tie-in, so there was a bit of a jumble in there, so I just need to gather more. I'm hoping that when I use my actual fabric, the structure in the fabric will kind of like encourage it to stay upward. And if it doesn't, then I'm gonna make some kind of like tack marks. I'm just gonna like tack some pieces together to help that stay. This is the fabric I plan on using. I also do not have enough of this, so I'm gonna have to work some magic. I ended up running out of this fabric, so I had to use some solid black fabric. Yeah, patchwork. Okay, time to turn it inside out. Press all of these seams flat before we gather. Okay, now I'm gonna take my tailor's chalk and I'm going to find the middle of my fabric, and then I'm going to put a line there because that is where I'm going to stitch. Oh no, she's here. No. No. Oh, I love you too. The idea is to make a basting stitch along this line and then gather it to the desired length. And then once it's gathered to your desired length, then you'll stitch the gathers down on either side. A lot has happened. We were filming at 7, it is now noon. It has been several hours. What have I been doing this whole time? Gathering my top. It was a mess. The fabric was very thick and sturdy, which I wanted it to be, but it made it very challenging to try and gather this fabric. This is it so far. I can't believe I'm doing this right now. I'm gonna fold them in half, and then I'm gonna stitch along the edge, and then I'll turn it inside out, strap in, stitch close, call it a day. It look like a flower. Like these are the petals, and I'm blooming out of a flower. That's what's happening right now. Oh, hello. Showstopper. So none of this looks like it should. I'm upset about that, and I feel like I look like a mushroom. Like, ugh, do I look like a mushroom? And I hate the back so much. I'm so annoyed I could not gather it more. Actually tying the full like top together to get it tight. I'm such a failure. I'm gonna stop trying. Okay, we had first place, and then we had second place, and now I would say third place, fourth place, fifth place. I totally messed this one up. Sixth place. There are lots of strings dangling in front of my cat right now, and she has decided to take this opportunity to take another swipe at me. If you'll remember the last time she took a swipe at me. I have decided to switch back into the top I liked the most to do this outro. Thank you to Jamina Cruz and MyStyleDiaryy for making those DIYs for the backless tops. That was the reason why I made this video, was because I watched those two videos. So yeah, you should subscribe to Jamina Cruz and MyStyleDiaryy, and to me. My battery's about to run out and I don't feel like changing it.